Good morning, everybody. We're gonna do a little day in my life vlog. It's 7 a.m. and we are still in Peru. And just gonna start with my morning things. I currently have Invisalign. Lovely. So I clean that every morning with, I don't know, like a cleaning thing. So we're gonna do that. Then we always tongue scrape to get the bacteria off, okay? Gotta love it. Okay, so we tongue scrape. And then we're gonna brush our teeth. And I have been obsessed with this toothpaste for years. It's just like a powder toothpaste, baking soda based. Really great, essential oils, the whole thing. So we're gonna do that. Please hold. So next, same brand as the toothpaste. Their mouthwash, daily rinse, oral wound cleanser, essential oils. So just do some of that. Not every day though, because when I was traveling, 3/4 of the bottle spilled all over my luggage. Super fun. Okay. All right, so that's kind of like oral hygiene. Usually I floss, but I don't feel like I need to right now. I feel like ever since getting Invisalign and then also going to the dentist after 4 years of them telling me my mouth was in not the best shape, I've just been doing more oral hygiene and just keeping things plaque free. Some of the flosses that I got, I've been trying to switch to like a plastic free floss. So I don't know, this is like a Dr. Tongue's, you can't even see it, sorry. Dr. Tongue Smart Floss. But that's oral hygiene. And then been taking iodine. Hello, where's the thing? Oh, iodine every day. Iodine is just essential for every bodily process. So this is just like 2 drops under my tongue. And it's Mary Ruth's. I don't know, just got this at Whole Foods. And then we're gonna wash my face, or just with water. I don't really use soap on my face that often. Just because I feel like it strips the face of its natural oil, so I just do water, and then I'm gonna put a little of my rose hip seed oil, just because we went on a very long hike yesterday and my skin got very crisp. All right, I've been using rose hip seed oil. It's Chilean Wild by Evan Healy is the company. I've been using this for a while. I feel like I started using it when I had more acne scars. I had a period when I had a lot of breakouts around my temples, and so rosehip seed oil is really good for face inflammation and scars and pigmentation. So we love that, and a little lymphatic drainage down the throat and the lymph nodes. Great. And then I don't use typical deodorant because it is very toxic and clogs your lymph nodes. So I've used this for years. World's best 100% natural deodorant. It's just a mineral salt. It's just like a stick of mineral salt, and salt is a natural antibacterial. So you just get it wet, and then you put it under your armpits, obviously. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I smell like flowers through the whole day, but it does kill any lingering odor. And then sometimes I do apply it later in the day, but just a great, more natural option. And then this perfume, guys, literally, I have no words. It's called Lotus Divine, El Huli perfume, Yogini Rituals. It's like organic botanical perfume made here in Pisac, Peru. Let me tell you, I have been very sensitive to scents for years. Just as I started like opening up more energetically, like toxic scents and everything were just like way no go. But this, it's so fucking good, and it like stays throughout the day, and I feel literally like a goddess in the flesh, and I just want it like all over my body. I can't even tell you what it smells like, but it just smells fucking great. So if you're in Peru, go buy this perfume. Okay, so that's kind of my bathroom situation. Ooh, let me brush my hair. This is the brush I use. I don't know, my mom got it for me for Christmas, but it's just so great. So like flexible. I don't know, look for like the Framar brush on Amazon. We love her. All right, next I'm just gonna show you my little like pre-meditation like tea and food and mineral rituals, and then I will be getting into meditation. All right, so we're in the kitchen now. I have I travel with some Celtic sea salt, and I love to just put that a little bit on my tongue first thing. Just kind of like replenishes the minerals in the body that were lost during sleep. And before I meditate, I think I'm gonna make a little fruit bowl. I don't even know if we have that much fruit, to be honest. Okay, well, we have like none. That's okay. I have this raggedy banana. We're gonna do that just to get something in my system before I go into journaling and meditation, maybe some yoga. I might have some avocado this morning, I think. And we're gonna make some tea. I always kind of like a warm beverage because it's fucking freezing here in the morning. It's like gets down to like 30 degrees at night, so we bundle up. All right, so I put the tea on. We have a lot of herbs in the garden outside our Airbnb, so just been using fresh rosemary and water, and yeah, it gets like really potent. I let it like steep for a very long time, and I put some I think put some sage in it as well. So all right, since that's going, then if you guys have never been to like a, I don't know, a jungle country, or I don't know where they have these, but grenadillas, literally phenomenal. We'll show you what it's like on the inside. It kind of looks like a alien brain. It's like all of these seeds, and they're super good. So I'm gonna put that on my little makeshift bowl. Also in the morning, I love to have like 2 or 3 Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are great for selenium, and selenium is another really essential mineral for the body. So I'm just taking like 3 of those. I'll put those in my little bowl. And I think that's really all we're working with today. And then at some point in the morning, I'll also have some electrolytes. These are from Paleo Valley. And I really like their electrolytes because they're just like a very natural whole food company. It's like the magnesium is from seawater, the sodium from sea salt, the potassium from organic coconut water, and then you know, it's just organic orange fruit flavor. Like there's no like natural flavors or anything like synthetic, and then it's sweetened with organic lao han gao, which I think is monk fruit. I think that's what it's saying. It's sweetened with monk fruit. So yeah. Oh, also another thing we got locally, phenomenal. This like raw local honey from Pisac, and my friend was telling me that it's really good to eat raw honey in wherever you are, just because it helps you adapt to, that was really hot, helps you adapt to the local environment, and yeah, just the pollen and the different microbials and all those things. We have our tea. It is like black because it's so diluted. I mean, so concentrated. All right, so I'm gonna make my fruit bowl and then we'll circle back. All right, we made our fruit bowl. Honestly, that looks super not appetizing. But technically avocado's a fruit, so it qualifies. We have a little compost. So putting all those in there. And usually I'd put dates in my fruit bowl, but we're out. I traveled with like a huge Ziploc bag of dates from Costco, and we're out. So sad. I've been actively practicing being more present with the food I'm eating and just like breathing with it for a moment, kind of signaling to the body that it's time to receive nourishment, and just giving some reverence and gratitude for where the food, the fruit, the vegetables, the grains, whatever it is, where it came from. And thanking the earth for that abundance. And yeah. I added some cacao nibs to my fruit bowl because just like that kind of day where we need cacao. Today is a Sunday, and today there's like an ecstatic dance church, like shamanic dance church is what it says. So I think we're gonna go to that. I personally want to go out and get a hefty meal for brunch. The food here is so cheap, like literally you can get a huge plate of, or like really high quality, healthy Whole Foods for like $6. So it's really fun to go out and it be affordable. And then I'll probably make some sort of kitchery for dinner or something. Just since being here, it's been interesting. My body is definitely wanting to be vegan. Not fully vegan, let's be real. I had a fucking creamy croissant last night, but and I'll have like an egg occasionally, but mostly vegan. And it's just really interesting, like when we can tune into our bodies, how our natural tendencies and what our body craves changes based on the external environment that we're in. Like when I was in Montana this winter where it's fucking freezing, and the natural thing to eat in that territory, especially during the winter, is meat. Like I literally ate meat and dairy for most of the winter. Loved it. It was great. It felt great. You know, I had a local farmer and got raw goat milk and raw cheeses and raw yogurts, and actually I made my own yogurt from the raw milk. Great. Yeah, and then just like high quality pasture raised beef and meat and stuff. So that's what I wanted to eat in Montana. But now being here, sorry, the grenadilla has a lot of seeds and you have to chew it. Yeah, since being here and just in an energy grid here that's very clean and pure and sacred, and there's just a lot of spiritual energy here. I feel like there's a desire for my body to be lighter, to be clearer, to be more fluid or something. And we're definitely engaging with plant medicines here. And so with plant medicines, it is advised to at least the like few days leading up to ceremony to be meat, dairy free. There's other protocols, but yeah, it's felt good. It's definitely like an adjustment. My body's like, what's happening? But I'm just trusting it. And we actually are going into ceremony next weekend, so in a week. And it'll be a Yawanawa ceremony, which is a Brazilian tribe from the Brazilian Amazon. So very like ayahuasca based. Also working a lot with hape, which is tobacco through the nose, and then kambo, which is a frog venom, and what else? I feel like I'm missing one. Yeah, that's all I'm remembering right now. But yeah, it should be fun. So anyway, I'm gonna eat this because obviously this is not a pleasant thing to eat on camera. So this has been the meditation setup most mornings. I just kind of bundle up and come outside and also do some 5-minute journaling, and then maybe some journaling post-meditation, we'll see. And yeah, just kind of listening to the birds and watching the sun fully rise over the valley. Then also a little bit about my meditation routine. I've been doing 2 meditations a day. I've been doing 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. And then after the morning meditation, doing like 5 minutes of breath work. I've just been doing like light, like alternate nostril breathing. But I'm planning to work up to 40 minutes twice a day. So like for the next week, I'll probably do 2 20-minute meditations. And then the following week, I'll do like 2 30-minute meditations. And then the following week, the goal is to get to 2 40-minute. And that's just been an intention of mine while I'm here, just to get more comfortable sitting in nothingness and working more with my mind. I feel like I've gotten really good over the past years of like working with emotions and like feeling through my body, but I've noticed like the quality of the mental health of the thoughts, of my relationship to thoughts is definitely in need of some attention. So my boyfriend who's here with me, as well as my cousin and best friend who's here with me, they're both really into meditation. So I am giving it another try. And just like over the years, so many like psychics or mentors or teachers that I like interact with, they're like, you need to meditate more. And I've just not listened. Like I feel like for years, maybe for like 5 years, like I've definitely been on the like, okay, like 10-minute meditation every morning kind of thing, and then I fall off and whatever. But I've heard multiple times when people say like when you sit for longer, like the longer you do it, especially once you get to the 30-40 minute mark, that's when things actually start happening. So that's what we're doing. I just finished my breathwork and meditation, and the sun has finally come up over the mountains, and I love to get sunlight straight into my eyes in the morning. Usually I like to do it around sunrise, but since this is a valley, the sun is not accessible until a few hours later. But sunlight in the eyes is really good just for letting the body know what time of day it is, and it can be really healing. Obviously, like when the sun is like at like 1 p.m. and it's really strong, I'm not looking at it in the eye, but in the morning, it's not as harmful to the eyes. And so looking at it in the morning around sunrise and then around sunset, there's a lot of healing properties to that. So just letting the body know that it's morning, and yeah, letting the circadian rhythm know, and it helps attune the circadian rhythm as well. Just so you're kind of like rising and falling with the rising and falling of the sun. And on top of that, in regards to sunlight, we have been doing mostly just candles and red light at night. And it's crazy what like reducing the electric light bulbs does for the body. And just inducing a sense of calm and attunement to the natural rhythms of nature once, you know, the day is done. And since we are in the southern hemisphere, it is setting around like 5:30. So yeah, from like 6 p.m. on, it's kind of like just candle vibes, and we've just been naturally going to bed at like 8 p.m. or 7:30. So yeah, definitely worth trying. Here is the ecstatic dance. OOTD. First, Earth Runners, grounding shoes. Then we have some cotton pants from a local here. Then we have an Indigo Luna top. It's like an ethical company in Bali. This cute little over top from Ash, my cousin. Have a little necklace, some earrings. That's the fit. Guys, gotta do a little update. We had that great food bowl. We went to Ecstatic dance. We did some shopping around at the market, got some goods for the week, and just some more produce. And it's just so fun to go to open markets and just interact with the locals and the indigenous and just kind of, yeah, get more of a scope of the culture. Yeah, so I had some food and I'm just kind of chilling at a cafe, and yeah, it's been really healing and nourishing just after like such a busy year, just to kind of have the space to sit at a cafe and do nothing and yeah, be in the body and create and ponder. Oh, there's some dogs running around. And yeah, ecstatic dance was super fun. There's a 5 rhythms ecstatic dance, so you know, a variety of different music and different beats and different paces. And so yeah, some music's very slow, getting into the body. Other music's pretty like faster and more tribal and more stomping. So it's just very intuitive, and everybody's kind of in their own little worlds, but you're also weaving with other people at the same time. So yeah, it was nice. I haven't been to a ecstatic dance in a while, so that was lovely. And then I just found this book at the cafe I'm at. So I've been reading a little bit of that, and yeah. I am finally walking back home after a day in town. We have about a 20-minute walk back to our Airbnb, and I'm carrying a huge backpack and a satchel of groceries full of like heavy things like potatoes and bananas and avocados and I don't fucking know, other things, and just been thinking about and feeling gratitude for this life and what a gift it is to feel alive and in dynamic harmony with life after a lot of months of not feeling alive, really feeling down in a lot of dimensional levels. So yeah, just a reminder to anyone out there, if you're feeling down, depressed, anxious, unmotivated to engage in life, sad, in a season of heaviness, my reminder to you is that it can change, and sometimes you just need to go out and experience something different, actively be courageous and get out of your usual routine and see a new aspect of the world, whether it's a new neighborhood around you or a new park or a new hike or a new weekend camping trip, or moving your body in a new way, going and traveling for a bit, leaving your job if you financially can and it's out of alignment, choosing to believe that there can be more to experience in life, and your birthright is to be fully alive, to be fully in touch with the juiciness of life. And don't get me wrong, you're not always going to feel the juiciness of life. Sometimes life is fucking heavy. Yeah, but making adjustments, if your soul is calling you to make adjustments, and going out and seeing what could be possible, seeing what emotions could be possible to feel, and experiences and connections, and just beauty all around you. And life is a gift, and you deserve the world. You deserve to feel yourself, to feel your body, to feel your soul. And if you're not, that's okay. And I just invite you to ask, where in your life do you feel is sapping your life force? What areas of your life, what connections, what things, what people, what places, what is making you feel disconnected? And you have every sovereignty and autonomy to change that. So cheers. And just one more thing. I am not different than you, right? We can all go out and travel and experience, and I'll make another video on how to travel affordably. But it's possible if you believe it's possible. And if you're wanting to experience something, start asking questions, either to other people who have done it or your guides, spirit, on how you can start making it possible. So that's it.
Little market haul. Literally spent nothing on all of this. A huge zucchini, some bananas, some wacky doodle kiwis, fresh sourdough, 4 avocados for 2 soles. I don't know what that is in US, but it's probably like 10 cents for 4 avocados. So good. And then some of these, no idea what they are, they just gave them to me. And then some unique local potatoes.